I'm Marty, the backyard cook. I'm a self-taught, passionate foodie and I absolutely live to eat. Christmas is a time to spend with family and friends, not in the kitchen slaving over a hot stove. So with that in mind, I've teamed up with New World to put together a fantastic twist on your traditional Christmas that we think you're going to absolutely love. The turkey, in my opinion, is long overdue a rest. So I've created a fantastic menu that you can make yourself from start to finish, or you can spread the load amongst your guests. It's packed with delicious recipes, real crowd pleasers that use heaps of beautiful seasonal produce and that are really simple to pull together. For starters, we're going to make a lovely red and yellow cherry tomato bruschetta with parsley and basil herb dressing. Summer and tomatoes, what a combo. Cut them in irregular random shapes. So we're just going to go through and clank these up. And what that'll allow us to do is create a little bit of texture. If you chop them all the same size, it just looks a little bit boring. So once we've got all the tomatoes chopped up, we want to get them into a bowl. We want to season them with our friends salt and pepper and just put them to one side. And now we're going to crack on with the dressing. So to start, what we need is 1 peeled clove of garlic. Give it a good smash, nice and fine. Now one thing you might want to do at this point is you just want to get a little bit of salt, get it on the board, and what the salt's going to do, especially if it's flaky sea salt, is it's going to help you break up the garlic and it's going to help release all the essential oils. We're going to put some fresh parsley and some fresh basil. Now you just want to roll it all up into a nice little ball and just slice it very, very thinly. We want to add a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar and then 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. So just mix it all together. We're going to drop it into all the fresh tomatoes and get them all playing nicely. Now the most important thing when you're working with tomatoes is you've got to get them out of the fridge before you need them. I never put my tomatoes in the fridge. They lose all their flavour, and as a friend once told me, if you eat a tomato straight out of the fridge, it's a bit like eating a cucumber. So for the bruschetta, you can use pretty much whatever bread you've got on hand. I'm using a ciabatta, or you can use a sourdough or a white loaf. So we just want to go through and prepare a whole lot of slices. So before we get the bread on the barbecue, what we're going to do is we're going to add a little twist to it. We're going to get some flavour in there, and we're going to do that by creating our own little rosemary brush. Now the easiest way to do this, in the produce section of your New World, grab half a dozen stalks of rosemary, just get some simple string, tie them together, and you've got yourself a rosemary brush. So really simple, all we do is we get these onto the grill. So just into the oil and onto the bread. Now once you get these over the heat, do the same on the other side and get them right over the fire. There you go, it's that hot. Just one by one go through and just give them a little rub with the garlic. Placing a little bit of the tomato and the dressing and the herbs on top of each one. So just really finely, thinly sliced basil, sprinkled all over the top, a little bit of salt, pepper, and for the showstopper, a little bit of extra virgin olive oil over the top. Well, there you have it, a fantastic way to start the backyard Christmas. Red and yellow cherry tomato, basil and parsley herb dressing bruschetta. Now the only thing left to do is to try it. Char of the bread, I can taste the rosemary, the garlic's in there, parsley, warm sunny tomatoes, absolutely fantastic.